What's happening, nation? Pure Salvation here, and yes, I'm back to making videos. And I want to cover two big topics in this video. One, just going over the newest Snapshot briefly and giving you guys an idea of what you can expect. And secondly, I want to talk about the future or my return to YouTube. And if you're subscribed to me, I think you guys are really going to get a kick out of the second part because I'm going to do something that I've never done before. So hopefully you guys like that. But we'll save that part for the second part of the video. Let's first talk about some of the new stuff in this snapshot. First of all, we haven't seen a snapshot in a few months actually, so this is the first time we're getting new content ever since Minecraft 1.6, and it's pretty insane. Mojang has been hard at work, and it looks like 1.7, well actually they've told us, 1.7 is mainly going to be focusing on updates involving terrain. So whether it's the terrain generation, the biomes, a lot of these are going to get updated, which they already have in this snapshot, which is really cool. If you're wondering what kind of map I'm on right now, if you actually go and create a new world, you can actually choose a specific option called Amplified, and you can get an amplified world like this where it's basically the terrain is just absurd. So previously, before the snapshot, there was just normal, super flat, and those types of presets, but now when you can create a world, you can choose Amplified. But I don't recommend you choosing Amplified unless you have a strong computer. And do you see that little particle effect? That's just one of the miscellaneous updates that was in this little preview, or big preview I should say. And I don't want to talk about too much about all the tiny little details and nuances. I actually am planning, or I'd like to do sort of a discovering 1.7 series of videos where I just talk, where I kind of focus and talk about one thing at a time. For example, like maybe I talk about the biomes in one video, maybe I talk about the new blocks in another one, maybe I talk about commands in another. So more of just discovering 1.7. So if you guys are interested in that, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. I know the comment section is going to be a lot of, whoa, where have I been, all this stuff, oh my gosh, you're back. So in addition to those comments, if you'd like to tell me what your thoughts are on that idea, I'd love to hear it, because I do want to do sort of a Discovering 1.7 series. I think that'd be fun, and I think it'd be helpful for people who are looking to find information on specific things in this humongous snapshot. So there's things I still haven't figured out myself, but I'm still learning. So in terms of biomes, they have added a ton of new biomes, all of which I guess correspond to each other a lot better. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. You can kind of see some of them now. I mean, it's hard to tell what's new and what's normal because of the amplified terrain generation. But nevertheless, it is sort of apparent that there are new biomes, and they changed the code to make it so biomes now make more sense. For example, with this new terrain generation, you probably won't find a snow biome right next to a desert biome, with extreme cold versus extreme hot right next to each other, because in reality that doesn't make sense. But again, this is Minecraft, and things don't have to make sense. But they're trying to make it somewhat more sense. Anyways, now I'm just losing my mind. So in addition to a lot of biomes, they have some more decoration items that have been added. For example, they added a ton of flowers. They added a couple new blocks. And in terms of commands, I think they added a few new commands. Command blocks are very, very complicated, so I'm not even going to try and simplify it with the time that I have right now. If you want to go ahead and explore this update, I highly recommend you do so. I'll leave a link in the description to the download to the snapshot. However, you shouldn't have to download it if you have the new launcher, because then you can just create a new profile and just choose Snapshot. And be careful. I do want you guys to be careful when you are installing this, because if you this can definitely corrupt your world. So if you have a 1.6 world that you really care about, I highly recommend that you do not run the new Snapshot on that world. Like, you go and create a new world and then go and explore in that. So that's what I recommend to you guys, because otherwise anything could happen. It's a snapshot, guys, and you don't want to corrupt your world. Yeah, so I guess that's a small preview of what to expect. I'll probably do a series of discovering 1.7 and going through each of the other parts of this massive update individually. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on that first to make sure, you guys would like that. So let's move on to the second part of the video. So now I want to talk to you guys in particular about just what's going on with me and YouTube. Oh, that's so cool. I love that little animation. So it's well apparent that I haven't done a video in a very, very long time, and this has been becoming a pattern for me over the last year. And it's just because my life has been so busy, and I really started to think about whether I wanted to continue YouTube or not. And I always thought in my mind, I'd be like, oh, I'll make a video next week, and then the next week would come, and I'd say, oh, I'll make a video next week, and then the next week would come, and that slowly built up. And the longer I waited, I guess the more daunting it was to me to go and create a video and have to explain myself. And now here I am, I'm biting the bullet and taking on this giant bull by the horns in my life, and I'm trying to bring it down into a manageable level here. And so first of all, it's not fair to you guys that I did this without really making any videos. I barely updated my Twitter, and so just really I actually just dropped the ball for a few months. And this wasn't the first time that happened. At least the past few times I did it, I was able to at least update most of you guys on Twitter, or those of you who follow me on Twitter. All I can say is just I'm really, really sorry. And I've really thought about this for a really long time, and I've debated whether is YouTube the right thing for me? Is it not? And I think the fact that I'm making this video now, I think you guys get an answer, or the answer of where I'm coming from. I do want to continue YouTube. I just want to really do it for the sake of joy. And oh, hey, look at that. There's a new flower. This is one of the new flowers. I'm getting distracted. Back to the topic. So I have decided that I'm going to continue YouTube, which is hooray, good news. And I'm going to look at it, or I'm going to do it with a new perspective. I always thought back then, my channel was, it wasn't the fastest growing, but I mean, compared to other people, compared to the majority of YouTube, those people who can't really get views at all because they just can't. I'm very, very fortunate. But when I say I can't get very, very many views, or I can't grow as fast as I'd like to, I'm comparing myself with the people who are around my category or around my league in terms of subscribers and view count and things of that nature. And so in terms of that, if I'm comparing myself to people like those, I'm not growing as fast. And so that alone, that idea kind of demoralized me a little bit. And I've always had this notion of, I really want to try and get myself out there a little bit more and try to gain more publicity. And I realize now that I wasn't doing YouTube to have fun anymore. At that point, I was just doing it for the views, I guess, more or less. And at the time, I was in denial. I thought to myself, I'm not really doing it for the views. I want to do it because it's fun, but I also want to get views. And so it was hard for me to admit it to myself. But now in hindsight, I realized that was mainly the reason why YouTube wasn't as fun for me anymore. It's because it was just not as demoralizing. And oh, hey, check it out. This is one of the new biomes. This is like the birch forest. Nothing but birchwood. Pretty obvious, right? And I think this amplified terrain is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. And it's just pure eye candy just traveling around. So if you hate the commentary, at least you know you can enjoy the scenery. And so now I've really admitted to myself that yeah, I really don't I didn't really do it for the sake of having fun on YouTube. I was trying to do it just to get bigger. But now I'm looking at it at a new perspective now, and I'm looking at YouTube like I want to do YouTube just for the sake of having fun now. I have 20,000 plus subscribers. How many people on this earth can say that? So I just want to say, first of all, thank you to all 23,000 plus of you who follow me and subscribe to me. Thank you for sticking with me this long. It's been a privilege to make videos for you, and you know I'm here to say thank you, and you know I'd love for you guys to continue to support me. You guys are really the main reason why I am continually motivated to do so. So whether you guys choose to like my videos or not, you know I love you all the same, because you know you've stuck with me this long. And so to really apologize for you guys, I want to do a giveaway. Yeah, you heard right, I said giveaway. And so I've never done this before in my entire YouTube career. And the reason for that is because I don't really feel comfortable with giveaways in general. And so the fact that I'm doing it is a way of me trying to say thank you. I'm really going out on a limb and doing something out of the box I've never done before, just to say thank you to all of you guys who have supported me. And so some of the games I'm going to be giving out is part of the Humble Origins bundle, which is an amazing deal that I was able to capitalize on a couple weeks ago, which I tweeted out about because I thought everybody should know about this deal. It's incredible. And so the games that came with this bundle that I'm giving away, I'll just go down the list. It includes Dead Space 1, Burnout Paradise, Crysis 2, the Maximum Edition, Dead Space 3, which I'm pretty sure is the newest one, Medal of Honor, Mirror's Edge, Battlefield 3. Oh yeah, you heard right, Battlefield 3, and that's like, you know, the big dog comparing with Call of Duty. Anyways, I'm giving away Battlefield 3, Command & Conquer, Red Alert 3, which I've never heard before, Populous, and Sims City 3, which I'm pretty sure is relatively new. So if you heard a game that you want on that list that I just read, then stay tuned for these upcoming talk about videos, which are basically just me sitting down in a format like this, in a video like this, and just talking with you guys, because I don't know how I'm going to give away all the games completely. I'm still working out the kinks, but it'll probably be in the next talk about video, so stay tuned for that. In the next one, I'll talk about the details of this giveaway and probably give away my first game there, so stay tuned for that. And so now it's time for me to wrap up this video. It went a lot longer than I anticipated, but I hope you stuck with me to the end. I'm pretty sure most of the people who weren't unsubscribed to me have already clicked out of the video by now, and all they wanted to hear was the 1.7 preview. If you're one of those people and you've actually stuck with me till now, I just want to say thank you. And if you want to know more about the 1.7 update, then I will be doing future videos on that one by one, going through each individual part of this massive update. So hopefully you enjoyed that. So I'm going to cut the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's good to be back, and I really hope to see you guys in the next video. Alright guys, take care.